Far Changing Tides is a great cozy game that is filled with puzzles, silent storytelling, and relaxing gameplay. Developed by indie game studio Okomotive, Far Changing Tides was released in 2022. It's a game I have seen from time to time in the PlayStation Store, and it looked like a relaxing platinum, so I went ahead and grabbed this title. Welcome to the journey of platinuming Far Changing Tides. We begin our adventure by being dropped into a flooded world seemingly devoid of human life. Our only option is to begin swimming. The game drops you in and tells you nothing, but that's part of its charm. It has a three-dimensional art style, while all the gameplay takes place on the two-dimensional plane, meaning you can only go left, right, up, and down. Soon after beginning our journey, I earned the first trophy, Cast Off, for releasing the vessel. This vessel will be our primary vehicle to use throughout this story. After drawing the sails for the first time and leaving this dry dock, we earn our second trophy. So it begins. For leaving what was once our home, I spent the next few minutes getting my bearings on our new vessel and angling the sails to catch wind. This allows us to go faster and is one of the primary mechanics of the game. We then arrived at a sawmill and began our first puzzle. In this puzzle, we needed to saw a log in half and pull it using this dolly to the other side of the room. This allowed us to climb up to the second floor, where we are introduced to the repair tool. This item is very useful throughout our journey and allows us to fix anything that is damaged on our ship. We use it to repair the lever here and move the log chute out of the way of our ship. After continuing our journey towards an unknown destination, we encountered another blockage in our path. This time, it was a large piece of debris that would be hard to move. After swimming past it, I discovered what appeared to be a strange mechanism with gears. I quickly discovered I could insert this fuel can into it and began pumping air onto the furnace. This popped the trophy Fireman for loading the firebox and lighting the train engine. I rode it up to the top and began exploring the area. I used some more fuel that I discovered to ignite this train engine and hook it up to an idle train car on the right side of the area. Then I moved the train the other way and installed some kind of core onto my boat, earning the trophy Heart Core for installing the engine module. After jumping on top of our new module, it installed the furnace from the train into our boat, allowing us to have an engine as well as sails. Using this engine allowed us to push past the obstacle that was in our way. We then traveled for quite some time and arrived at some kind of tower. After climbing this tower, we rode an elevator down inside of it and earned the trophy Discover the Ancients for finding murals on our way down. Once our elevator reached its destination, the camera panned out to reveal a large piece of the boat and a crane to attach it to our ship. This earned us the trophy All Patched Up for attaching the stern module. This allows us to do a couple cool things. It gave us more storage for repair tools, a place to cultivate this little plant that we brought from home, and a crane of our own. We immediately put our plant in the pot we now had so it could grow, which earned us the trophy Cultivating. Back onto the open sea we went, and after some time we ran into yet another strange tower. When we activated this one, it actually caused a spinning effect, which little did I know was teasing our next upgrade. After installing this upgrade, we unlocked the trophy 20,000 Leagues for installing the diving module. It was at this point I realized that we were not just a sailboat anymore, and the only way to progress was to become a submarine. And so we did just that. After diving for the first time, we continued our journey, now underwater. We came up to a large door underwater, and I quickly realized that I would need to find a way to open it. After swimming down, I discovered our first golden opportunity to use our new crane on our boat. I used the crane to gain access to a big button, allowing us to open the giant door and earning us the trophy, Turn on the Lights. The next puzzle on our journey was actually the most difficult one for me to figure out on my first playthrough. None of the puzzles were so difficult that I had to look up a guide, but this one took me about 5 minutes to figure out. It was introducing a new mechanic, which is essentially overdriving the engine. In order to do so, you must fill the furnace and have it burn as hot as possible, while also dousing the reactor with water so it won't overheat. After finishing this puzzle and installing the next module, we unlocked the trophy, Ancient Energy. This allowed us to use our new boost that we just installed to push past the obstacle in our way, and also earn our next trophy called Fire Warden, for dousing our engine with water for the first time. This was also quickly followed by the trophy Seafarer, for passing through the gate. As we continued the journey, I realized the fact that I could get the trophy for watering the plant using the water cannon in the ship. That unlocked the trophy, I'm Rooting for You, which was followed by me repairing our 10th damaged component, earning the trophy, Running a Tight Ship. Our next obstacle was actually quite easy to overcome. All we needed to do was scale up a very large crane and use it to move some debris out of our way. This earned us our next trophy. Are you qualified for that? After about an hour of exploring, we ran into another major puzzle. We came to this puzzle after entering a steampunk-looking tunnel system and carefully navigating our way through it. After some time, I realized I could dock my ship on this porthole. This gave us access to our next puzzle. Essentially, what we needed to do here was swap the dead core in the center for a new core, and then fire up the boost on our ship to supercharge it back up. This caused something awesome to happen. After earning Risen from the Depths, we continued our journey, earning us the trophy, What Now? On the way to our next major obstacle, I earned 2 trophies, Salvage Hunter, for finding 6 out of the 7 salvage containers on our journey, and King of the World, for standing on the nose of our ship while traveling at max speed, which is the boost plus full sails in the wind. As we were traveling along, I discovered another porthole that we could connect to. This led to a very simple puzzle, which actually caused something bad to happen. Our next trophy, Northwest Passage, was earned when we surfaced from the water and began our trek on the ice. This journey took some time, but our next trophy was earned when we were reunited with our ship and freed it from the ice using the heat from our engines and earning us the trophy, Reunited. Back on the sea once again, we earned 2 more trophies on our way to the next obstacle. Oh Boy was for pushing all of the buoys in the game out of our way, and Steady As You Go for navigating the ice tunnels without taking damage. I played very safe to earn that one on my first playthrough because I knew it was a trophy. Next, we arrived at my favorite part of the game, which is where we attach to a hot air balloon and take off to get past this massive waterfall. This earned us the trophy Aeronaut. On our way to one of our final stops, I earned the trophy Full Steam Ahead for traveling 1,000 meters while using boost. and then we arrived at the lighthouse. No, not that lighthouse.
Huh?
This lighthouse. After sounding the lighthouse horn, we earned the trophy, A Familiar Sound. Now at this point, the game actually flips your boat around, which after playing for a few hours with everything facing to the right, it was very disorienting. I had a feeling that this meant I was nearing the end, and so I decided to go for the trophy, Running on Fumes. This was for burning every last piece of fuel on board. My suspicions were correct, and as we reached the end of our journey, and we met a person named Lone. This earned the trophy Arrival, and finished our adventure. Now you probably noticed that we still have 6 trophies remaining, and that is because we unfortunately missed a few on our playthrough. The most notable one being At a Rate of Knots, which is for completing the entire journey in under 3.5 hours. So the next day, I fired up the story from the top. This time, I knew where all the puzzle solutions were, and burned all my fuel the whole journey to stay at top speed as much as possible. Along the way, I burned the flower and then reloaded a save for the trophy, Going Green. I also made sure to focus on growing the flower while speedrunning to obtain Beauty in Disaster. I spent a lot of time underwater for the Submariner trophy, and I burned 100 fuel items for the Fuel Guzzler trophy. And as we completed our journey for the second time, we earned our final trophy for Far Changing Tides. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like as it really helps me out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.